What a surprise. I wasn't expecting to make any more Star Citizen content for this year, but here we are. Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. On the 30th of December, we got a letter from the chairman. Let me break this down for you, here we go. Chris thanked us for our support. He then reminded us that the game being built is unparalleled and revolutionary. He said it wouldn't be possible in any other way other than a crowdfunded model, and he said once again thanks for the support. He spoke about PES, Persistent Entity Streaming, which is groundwork for true persistence. Drop something 2 weeks later and it'll still be there. Kill a player, go back in 2 weeks and it'll still be there, unless it was smuggled or looted. He's unaware of any other game that will handle persistence at this level. He acknowledged that Live didn't go live before the close of 2022, but he said testing in PTU will help things get back to usual after the holidays. He spoke about salvage and soft death being highlights. Soft death is a step towards the goal of disable versus kill. Chris spoke about how great it was to see the community grow and continue to share. He said he was happy to see community racetracks inspiring his team to add special functionality to the HUD to improve our experience. He highlighted Siege of Orison, Invictus 317.2, and choosing to hold 318 for when it made sense. He highlighted the push from 50 to 100 players per server and how it changed our ability to group up and test. He spoke about IAE with all the ships that were released, a new server in Hong Kong, Jumptown, Xenothreat, Ninetales, and then spoke about some numbers. 1 million unique players with 46 million total play hours, daily averages that doubled since 2019 with a monthly average of 240,000. May was the biggest with 400,000 around Invictus. He spoke about this year being the first to hit 100 million and then reaffirmed that all of that goes back into development. They have new staff for Squadron 42 and the PU teams, and he said that it takes talent and time to build what's being dreamt. 800,000 new accounts this year, with many being added around Free Fly. He mentioned his participation in many Bar Citizen events across the world and said that our energy energizes him. Creativity and friendship. He spoke about the first-person event in LA that will be next year and said that there would be more info on that as soon as they get more details. He spoke about the progress at the Manchester office and great things happening in Frankfurt. New infrastructure will provide a more productive environment, and we can expect a video tour of all of that when it's ready. He spoke about the ships that were launched. He spoke about how important PES is, and then did a quick summary like Jared's end-of-year summary, which you can go watch. Road to 4.0 was the next topic. They need to stabilize 318, then work on separating the replication layer, the game dynamic object state, and how all of this information is used behind the scenes. This will allow them to progress with server meshing, better crash recovery, and better persistence. A new server will pick up where the old one crashed. Less lag, higher tick rate. Then they will start static server meshing in entity zones within a star system. Planet zones, landing zones, moons, and space are all nested into each other in a star system zone. Once that's added, they plan to make that dynamic instead of rigid. Zones will scale based on activity. Server Meshing v2 will subdivide each entity zone into what's called a simulation island, which is a hierarchy of objects in a grid based on their interdependencies. The islands will be able to be spread between servers. It is at that time where Chris said that the system can handle tens of thousands playing in the same PES universe shard. Pyro will be open when static server meshing is achieved, and their goal is to have that ready by this time next year. But then he also cautioned us. He listed what would come later on in 2025, which is continued work for the item resource system that will replace the original pipe system, planets, moons, and AI to populate them. Gen 12, Vulcan, and then in closing, he popped up some more statistics. 861 employees, 4 million accounts, 1.8 million backers, and then he said he was happy to move back to the UK. To quote Chris, Star Citizen is more than just a game, it's an escape to another reality where anyone can pursue their imagination, not bound to a single playstyle or profession, where they can interact with players that share the same common dream. I feel incredibly lucky and privileged to have the opportunity to pursue this dream with the amazingly talented team at Cloud Imperium and the support and patience of the best community in gaming, the Star Citizen community. From all of us at Cloud Imperium, we wish you a happy new year and can't wait to continue the journey with you in 2023. That's it. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. Enjoy your new year and be good to each other. Fly safe.